Iran opens hijab rehab clinic treating defiance as a mental illness. This has been very interesting. In a deeply concerning development, Iran has announced the opening of a quote clinic for the quitting of hijab removal. Such an interesting way to phrase it. A clinic for quitting hijab removal in Tehran, marking a new phase in the regime's efforts to suppress women's resistance to mandatory hijab laws. The facility
Like an
overseen
addiction.
by
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The,
Uh,
yeah.
the facility overseen by the state's headquarters for the promotion of virtue and prevention of vice aims to treat women who refuse to wear the hijab, effectively pathologizing dissent as a mental illness. According to Mehri Talebi Darestani, the clinic's overseer, who, by the way, she is notorious for promoting child marriage in one of her previous government appointments. Um, According to her, it will be for the quote, scientific and psychological treatment, the scientific treatment of removing the hijab, specifically for the teenage generation, young adults, and women seeking social and Islamic identity. This development comes in the wake of the widespread women life freedom protests following Mahsa Amini's death in 2022 and has drawn sharp criticism from human rights activists and psychiatric professionals who condemn the regime's attempts to medicalize political opposition. The announcement follows several incidents where protesting women have been forcibly committed to mental health facilities, including the recent case of Ahou Daryaei, a 30-year-old student who was institutionalized after protesting hijab laws on her university campus. So, this is quite the development. Armin, what are you hearing about this on the Persian side? I hear you have some memes. Please give us all the details.
So this had made a lot of Iranians fucking, just go. It was an explosion of jokes and memes and people making fun of this. So I'll just show maybe like three of them, and then I will also read you. I got the caption translated. So somebody posted this, and the caption says, "Hi, I recently returned from the anti-hijab abandonment clinic, and I am very satisfied. It's been a few days and few days now since I've been clean from not wearing the hijab. There's this one, and then somebody says, this is the second session of the anti-hijab abandonment clinic. So far, 50% of the re-education has been achieved." Okay. and and they had somebody apparently mistakenly went there to the clinic with their horse, and apparently
Mm.
this was the result. The effect of the clinics are so good that when you go there with your horse, the horse gets some side effects on it as well. So apparently, so these are just a taste of what how Iranians are responding to all of this.
Like, Iranians are just too quick when it comes to the memes. They are
Right.
it's like lightning fast. I don't know how they come up with it. Um, but I
Mm.
mean, what are the kind of react besides the memes? Like, what are the reactions going on? Like, a lot of people are like, what it's hard to translate, obviously, but the language that is being used is basically language of how you would talk about addiction. Like, even the
Yes.
name, it's the clinic for quitting hijab removal, or that's one translation of it. Like, so it's framing it as like you have an addiction to taking off the hijab
It's
and we need
actually
to help
worse.
you with your substance use disorder. Like, what?
They actually talk about it on Iranian national TV exactly as if these people are addicted to not wearing proper hijab, and that this is an addiction and this is an illness. On national TV, a man came and says, like, people don't understand that we are actually responding to a wave of low hijab women begging us to treat them. That's He actually claimed this on national TV, the official responsible for this. He says a lot of women in Iran who are not wearing the hijab, they are begging us to come to help them out.
Uh-huh.
They're acting like they're acting like okay. So basically, the understanding apparently is that women in Iran who are not wearing the hijab properly, they genuinely want to wear the hijab properly, but they have this itch apparently, like they have this, they can't help it. They just, something forces them to remove the hijab or something. I don't know. It's so bizarre.
I
Like if you
mean, do they
actually
have
listen to them, it's just
sensory
so bizarre.
issues? They maybe
Like
they
I
have
don't know.
sensory issues and they don't like the feeling of the fabric. They need different fabric.
They talk about it as if they're talking about a drug. They're talking about, like, you see how many Iranian women, like, they are so fashionable. They like show their hair. They think like they, if they had the choice, they will actually wear like this woman. Like they will actually wear the full hijab if they actually they desire it. But they unfortunately they have this mental problem that they have. So some mullahs are saying that we are the idiots. So some religious people are telling us, like, guys, this is actually a good thing because we are saying it's not their fault. You know how sometimes, like, some Christians say, like, hey, no, we don't hate gay people. It's not their fault. This is that, we love all sinners. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as if, I don't know, as if this is a handicap, or like they're treating it like a mental disease, so as a way to justify, to explain why so many women in Iran are not wearing the hijab anymore, right? So I think this is coping, right? I think
Obviously.
by calling it a disease, they are basically telling the world that we have not failed our in spreading Islamic ideology around Iran, that these women genuinely
Mm.
are still Muslim and they still want to live Islamic lives, but because of this disease that we are trying to treat, they're doing something that is actually not in line with their ideology. So, because remember, this goes back to why the Islamic Republic needs to convince its followers that most of Iran wants Islam. And it's really difficult right now to convince the 10% support that they have that we are actually in the majority. Because even before, when they were in the majority, they will lie, like they will say that we're in the majority. But now, because there's so many women in Iran are not wearing the proper hijab, the 10% is being convinced more and more that they are in the minority, because the hijab is visible. If you give people stats and show, like, look, your support is less than 10 fucking percent, they're like, oh, that's Zionist lies, this is propaganda, of course everybody loves Khamenei, this is just like a few Zionist puppets in Iran that are spreading lies, right? But taking off the hijab in such high numbers, it's the most visible
Yeah.
demonstration that you are the fucking minority. So they need this narrative of this is a disease to try to say, like, no, these hijabless women are still with us. They still want the Islamic Republic. They still love Khamenei. They still want the Mehdi, but they just are suffering from this disease. That's why they're saying this, to justify that 10% that we haven't lost these hijabless women. They're still on the side of even the hijabless woman, they're still on the side of the Islamic Republic. That's why this is happening.
That's so interesting. I hadn't thought about that perspective, like catering to that domestic audience. Um, oh my god. Anti-hijab vaccines, basically.
They're bringing experts, they're using such scientific language on TV. They are like talking like if you are one of their fans, if you listen to the academic way they're talking about this as a psychological problem, you could see how they would be fooled about it. Like, wow, oh, look at all these, oh, so that's the reason, that's why the women in Iran are not wearing it. Oh, look at these experts talking about it in such academic ways. It is working on some
Mm.
of their followers, so it's working.
But I mean, do they like I don't even know how to like mentally consider is like I'm addicted to taking off my clothes. Like I can't stop myself. Like
Like, help, help me, oh no, somebody help me, oh, the government, I'm taking this. I don't want to take this off. I don't want people to see my hair. But it's something. It's the Zionist virus that is making me the spreading. It's the Westernization that is. I think they think like it goes through the media, through social media. Like I don't know, like it's a mental disease that you get influenced by because you're following Western styles of living, Zionist propaganda, because all social
Like
media
social
apparently, according
contagion
to
theory or something.
yes, yes, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they think all media is controlled by the Jews, and so okay, so the narrative is that the Jews have realized that they can control the entire world except Iran. That Iran is the strongest country left. Yeah, that's what they think. That's genuinely what they think. So the Jews, through the controlling finances and the media and everything and the politicians, they have managed to spread their control all around the world, except the land of the Mahdi. That is because it has proper Islam, it has managed to resist the Jewish takeover. And this is the final boss basically for the Jews. And the Islamic Republic is too powerful for them to be able to take it down militarily, or the politicians, because we have just the blood of the martyrs runs through our veins, or whatever fuck they want to say. So they cannot corrupt the politicians, and that's why they cannot take over Iran, both militarily or politically. So the only way that the only unfair way that the Jews now are going to use is through the young. They're going to the way that they take down empires is by destroying family values, by tearing apart families, getting women to show their hair so that men become attracted by other women that are not their wives. They know they
Mhm.
apparently, again, YouTube, these are not my words. The Jews know that the foundation of every society lies within its family. So by making women take off their hijab, they're going to basically tear apart families in Iran. And when you destroy a society from within, that's eventually how you're going to take over the society. And this is all a Jewish plot, basically. That's the
Oh my word.
narrative.
God, I don't even
So
want to know what the treatment plan is like.
they're probably going to read you a whole bunch of fucking religious texts. It's going to be torture. I know that.
Yeah.
I know fucking that. So what is this? So some people are doing the same thing that lady did in Iran. They're copying her as a way
Yeah,
way
we've seen a lot of those protests and demonstrations.
in support for. Oh, look, they're holding women life freedom. Interesting. By the way, the Handmaid in the TV series was actually copied. You know that author of that TV series, she got the idea from Iran, from the situation
Mhm.
in Iran. Yeah. Okay. So what is
Instead, we just
this?
have to have Western women cosplay as it to make themselves feel more victimized than they actually are. It's freaking.
Yeah, it's a good TV series. What is this comment? Okay, is this serious or is this a troll? I don't even know. Somebody saying LOL, just obey. It's that simple. I don't know if that's. I think this guy's
Who
making fun of it.
knows?
It could go both ways. What is this one?
Um.
Uh, oh my god,
Oh
are
my
you
god.
serious?
More cultural relativism, as per usual.
Read this.
Typical. Yeah, this person is saying, "Why is it necessary to protest or even comment on other people's customs? America, you're being a Karen." Okay, who's this person's name? Waldo. Waldo, there are millions of Iranians that would probably scorch you for being racist because they do not believe this is not their custom to them. This is forced on them.
But isn't this guy doing exactly what? Isn't he doing the same thing? He or she? Like maybe it's the only thing you have to say to this person is like, well, that's our custom. That's like, why
What
are
to
you?
comment on it?
Yeah, it's America. It's part of American free speech. That's our custom to basically comment on everything we want. So now, why are you protesting our custom? So shut the fuck up. This is part of American culture. So this is just so insulting. What is insulting? Iran government has set up. Oh yeah, okay. I might agree with this person. Anyway, so those were the comments. We got 2 super chats. Do you want to respond to them?
John Bundak is saying, very rich the Tahir al Wasal. Wasila losers say women life freedom need rehab. It is the IRGC that need prisons. If hell exists, Qassem and Khomeini and co are in it. I would agree. And on that note, actually parlaying into that, Amitai is saying, ding dong, the witch is dead. Khamenei is comatose. We have no evidence of this. I know people like
No,
to get
guys.
excited. It's the rumor. We have no evidence of this. I don't think it's true.
Well, we don't know,
Rain
guys.
on your parade.
This has happened so many times. Okay, the false news about. I mean, one of them eventually is going to end up being true. But wait for official reports, more reliable sources. You're getting people excited, and then it's going to come out as fake news, and then people are going to be disappointed. Okay, so
Mhm.
again, we don't know. Don't spread. Look for credible sources of information before you spread this. But anyways, thank you for the super chat. Thank
Yeah.
you for the shekels.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, and thank you to everyone that joined us today. Thank you for supporting the show. If you like what we do and want us to continue, you can support Atheist Republic by becoming a member on YouTube, supporting us on PayPal, link is in the description, supporting us on Patreon, link is in the description. Everything really does go a long ways in helping us continue because our team is much bigger than just me and Armin. We have a whole Persian side of this organization that our work funds so that we can take our corruption in the land into the land of the Mehdi himself. Okay, that is what you are funding. Okay, people. Um,
Raising an army against Mehdi's army.
hell yeah,
The
that's what we're here for.
Guys, the end of times is going to be the army of the Mehdi and the Atheist Republic army. That's going to be the final battle.
So thank you everyone. If you're not able to support financially, please leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, feed the YouTube algorithm. If you're on Twitter right now, come on over to YouTube and subscribe. We are quickly approaching 70,000 subscribers, which is huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
Huge, crazy,
Oh,
shocking how fast it happened. I'm very excited. Um
Amika is saying, damn, so it's finished? Please tell me that there was a Susie rant before I arrived. Yes, there was at the beginning. Go
I
watch the
basically
beginning.
did it at the beginning.
Yes.
And thank you for all the birthday wishes from everyone. It
Yes.
was so
Oh, so
sweet.
many people. All right, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment, and don't forget to share this channel, Atheist Republic on YouTube. Let people know. Just tell them. Okay, I have people like, why are you saying Atheist Republic on YouTube to me? Just because. No explanation. Just go on YouTube and search for Atheist Republic. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to know. Anyways, guys, bye. Thank you. Mwah. Stay liberal.
Bye.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.